Hey, are you independent? Do you not need no man? That's fine. You can always call 1-800 Call a Bear. Call a bear. Hook up with your bear today. Warning. This content creator will not be held responsible if you get eaten alive by that bear.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
What's good, everybody? AB Media 83 here. And today we're going to be talking about Stephen A. Smith. Again, somewhat, because we kind of talked about what he got in trouble for on Monday. And he got in trouble for calling out Jasmine Crockett. Now, did he say anything particularly bad about Jasmine Crockett? No, in my opinion. All he did was give her constructive criticism. All he did was give her constructive criticism. He didn't really say anything wrong about Jasmine Crockett. But, well, as I displayed on Monday, according to some people, you know, he hates black women over what he said for Jasmine Crockett. He has quote unquote little D energy because of what he said about Jasmine Crockett. Don't believe me? Let's take a look. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit my Cash App, support the show, and hit that super chat and support the show. All right, let's see here. Share screen. No, that's not the one. This is what I want. All right, I showed this video on Monday, and we need to see it again. It's only 9 minutes, so we should be able to get through it. All right, put me down here. Now let's take a look.
Your own.
How Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work.
He's got to deal with black woman issues.
Oh my God.
Writ large, and whatever self-hate exists within him.
That is self-hate.
I've never seen a clip of him where he actually praises a black woman.
That's what I'm saying. He's got black woman issue.
Excuse me? Stephen A. puts on black women all the time. And I do mean all the time. But yet we have these Negroes up here lying on them, trying to make them look bad. Anyway.
He's got to deal with it.
For those who are listening, that was Stephen A. Smith commentating about Jasmine Crockett's lack of work. For context, there was a poll that was recently done, and Jasmine Crockett's approval numbers amongst the American people rival Barack Obama's in 2008. So just for context.
That's bullshit. Nobody believes that. Shout out to Horowitz, Stephen A. Smith. Maybe called a I don't know what that emoji is, but I will take I guess a coon over a Keisha 10 times out of 9. No Jasmine, no. Yeah. Yep. Pretty much. But let's continue.
He is on an island unto himself. Because
or
people
caping for some
because
other
people
element.
because
No. Jasmine Crockett is very unprofessional, and she needed to be called out for that. Stephen A. Smith is not by himself. But this is the gynocracy for you.
people see her largely working on our behalf. And I also want to say we recently had Jasmine Crockett on. It was on my solo pod, and Jasmine is on the show talking about having to go get fit for a bulletproof vest. So this is not the time for this.
Nobody's trying to go after Jasmine Crockett like that. She is not a threat to the system. Jasmine Crockett is not a threat to the system. Come on now, y'all. Come on now.
Yeah. And it is very dangerous for this. So I hear you even on the danger, even on campuses, but I wanted to bring this in because this is the kind of messaging they're hearing on their sports platforms, on talk radio, all the time. There is a growing
Basically, the manosphere.
divide between black men and black women.
Yeah, but black women are already divided from us. That's what they don't want to talk about. Black women are the ones that divided from us. We didn't divide for them. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty accurate. Working at being loud and wrong.
Oh my God. And I think that some of them
Here it comes.
are also leaning more conservative
She's
in their
a
talking
congresswoman
points.
from Texas, and Texas has this open carry law. Governor
Yeah, so does Indiana.
Abbott is such a dangerous, problematic person.
Yet they elected him twice, or 3 or 4 times, because the Democrats kept putting up bad candidates. But anyway,
false argument.
Yes.
How much attention is this taken away from you getting whatever you need for your district? The Republicans control the House of Representatives.
Right.
The Senate.
What does that have to do with fighting for your district? The Republicans control the House. This is the weak-minded thinking of like Hakeem Jeffries. What can we do? The Republicans control the House. What can we do? What can we do?
Senate and the White House, they not letting her get ish for her districts. And so the best she can do right now, not just for her district, but for the country, is to speak up and hold them to account at every single level.
So being loud and wrong is holding them to account. Basically what Andrew Phillum is saying is, I said it. Andrew Phillum is saying is Jasmine Crockett being loud and wrong is holding Republicans to account. I think it's her second term. Unfortunately, she started in I believe she started in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. 2022, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look that up, but yeah. But let's continue.
She does.
Are there black men
I
that's
think
listening to Stephen A. Bakari?
Yeah.
Really, Tiffany, really.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
But they would
there are
let's take
people who
that
like.
and take
There are
it
people who
seriously.
like.
Yes.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
white men.
Yeah, we would take Stephen A. seriously before we take you seriously, Tiffany Cross. I already played her video. I don't need to play that again. Miss, all you Kevin Samuels, guys need to fall in line. No, kick rocks.
Yeah, and they think
I
that
think
they
white
think
men.
they
You
think that
guys, it's
Jasmine
not just
Crockett
white
talks with her
men.
neck
No,
and,
I'm not just
and
saying
is too loud and
exclusively.
snaps her fingers and all that, and they caricature
Yeah, she's too loud and she snaps her fingers. She's loud and wrong. Did you hear her stutter? She's loud and wrong.
her like he's doing.
Yeah.
And so my point though is that I didn't like the back and forth with Jasmine Crockett and Nancy Mace or whoever it was, right? But
Nancy Mace is the one that got violent. She was the one that said, "Let's
question.
take it
I mean,
outside."
I know them both very
Marjorie
well.
Taylor Greene.
I know them
Yeah.
both very well, and that just because I was in
They
the
attacked
legislature, so
her.
I look at that totally different. However, I will tell you that there is a through line between the Ice Cubes and the Jason Whitlocks and the Stephen A. Smiths, and
Those three people have nothing to do with each other. Yeah, they just threw it all together.
these individuals, and Ice Cube may be slightly different than the other two,
Slightly,
but
yes.
these individuals have been around since we have been on this freedom struggle. There have always been individuals out there which exhibit behaviors of charlatans.
You shouldn't talk about the panel you're on like that. I mean, seriously. You shouldn't be talking about the panel you're on like that.
Who utilize, some people are in it for the change and some people are in it for the change, right? And I think that that's indicative. And they find the easiest path to the front of the line. And Stephen A. Smith is someone who doesn't have the depth.
Picari, don't talk about yourself in the panel like that. Shit.
Just to express herself. I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas?
Oh, sorry about that.
Aren't you there to
There is a growing divide between black men and black women.
Oh my God.
And I think that some of them are also.
People are in it for the change, right? And I think that that's indicative. And they find the easiest path to the front of the line. And Stephen A. Smith is someone who doesn't have the depth to talk about House oversight or the appropriations process.
And we're supposed to pretend you do.
Right? And how you're able to bring resources back to your community or what Jasmine is doing. So he rather lampoon her or instead of having a constructive conversation. And so I just.
Really? He was constructively criticizing her. He didn't call her out of her name or anything like that.
I've said what I've had to say about Stephen A. Smith in my book anywhere I can. I don't.
We speak on this. It's like man haters and all this, but I feel such confidence.
Yeah, you are a man hater. You're a man hater, Tiffany Cross.
In black men. I've never bought into the idea that all these black men are voting for Trump. Like they vote overwhelmingly Democrat.
Bullshit. A lot of them stayed at home and didn't vote at all. But y'all don't want to talk about that.
We're pretty much in line with each other. What you all are saying is no, they are, and the data shows that there have been inroads among black men. I want to ask why, because it is frustrating to me and it feels heartbreaking, to be honest, because we are impacted by this system as well. It's not a matter of who's impacted worse. We're impacted differently. We sit at the intersection of being black and being women. And so when men are frustrated with this system, it feels like they fight us.
Gee, I wonder why.
And I would put Stephen A. Smith in that category too. I'm mad at y'all for having joy. I'm mad at y'all for having success. I'm mad at y'all for surpassing us on college campus.
When did Stephen A. Smith ever say that? You just made that shit up.
And so it's a small sect of men that are so angry and hurt that they're willing to align with the people who oppress us. What?
You shouldn't talk about yourself lining up with the Democrat Party like that. I mean, the Democrat Party was started by a slave owner, but y'all don't want to talk about that.
But what am I getting wrong? Because if you listen to Stephen A. Smith and you find anything other than some absolute pure self-hating little dick energy nonsense from that half-witted idiot.
Really? Okay.
Basking in the non-existent rays of his own ignorance, it is sad to me that he even gets an audience of black men. Why aren't black men right now saying, F Stephen A. Smith, we ban.
Blah, blah, blah. All right, look. That's enough of that. Believe it or not, the reason why we're doing this stream right now is because Stephen A. Smith actually responded to all this bullshit. And I want to cover it. So here we go.
All of this other nonsense. Stop it.
Start from the beginning.
Straight shooting. Just Wednesday nights and what have you, talking about politics and stuff like that. But I felt compelled to come on the air a little bit earlier this week after what I've had to endure this weekend. What I had to endure this weekend were an abundance of people talking a whole lot of stuff about me because they did not like what I had to say about Representative Jasmine Crockett. She is a Democrat out of Texas. Texas's 30th congressional district. Her work, and her verbiage and all of that stuff speaks for itself. And she has become, a big time public figure in essence, not just as a representative, but speaking out on a plethora of issues.
Yep, pretty much. And before I forget, Horrid, so you get a cha-ching, cha-ching. Cha-ching, cha-ching. You better thank your donors.
Involving the current administration and the White House, et cetera, et cetera. And I made some noise last week because I had the temerity, the unmitigated gall to say this about Representative Crockett.
Yeah, the nerve of Stephen A. Smith to say what he said about Jasmine Crockett. The nerve of Stephen A. Smith to say what he said about Jasmine Crockett. I am so offended. Let's see what he actually said, though.
When talking about the state of our politics in the midst of a government shutdown, by the way, that has unfolded since October 1st. Take a listen to what I had to say last week, please. You Jasmine Crockett or somebody like that. Ladies, I respect intelligent women, no doubt. But how a Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done?
Yep. Now, what did he say wrong? And actually, I posed that question in a poll. Is he wrong for what he said? And I got 100% at hell no, he ain't wrong for what he said. Where was the insult?
As opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants. How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying, that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency.
Happens all the time. It's called bipartisanship.
Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent.
But see, I'm actually gonna go at an angle that nobody wants to talk about. You want to know what the real problem is? You want to know what the real problem is with the Democrats right now? I'm gonna say something that nobody want to talk about, but I want to talk about it right now. The problem with the Democrat Party right now is they have become the Tea Party that the Republicans were over 10 years ago. Let me say that again. The Democrat Party has pretty much become as unreasonable as the Tea Party was back in 2010, 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17. They have become the Tea Party that was once the Republican Party. People so unreasonable, they went through multiple speakers. They made the original Orange Man, John Boehner, quit. That's the problem. They're operating just like the Tea Party did back in the day. And now they wonder why their stuff don't get done. But let's go back to Stephen A.
Or was there for 15 years to represent the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas. I don't know. Maybe that just sounds ignorant because it's so simple. But it ain't that damn complicated.
Nope.
We make it complicated.
Yep.
Damn, it's frustrating. It really can be. And all the verbiage and all the nonsense that I've heard over the last few days is why it can get exhausting. Because nothing frustrates me more than when people have the truth at their disposal and they choose, maybe not lie, maybe not even embellish, but allow their emotions to usurp facts, and all of a sudden want to use that as an excuse to label me as being something and doing something I'm neither not nor have I done, which in this case is disrespecting Representative Crockett out of Texas, who, by the way, has had an invite to this show for weeks, by the way. Governors Josh Shapiro and Spencer Cox came on this show. Senator Lindsey Graham came on this show. Joe Manchin, now retired, came on this show. Bill O'Reilly, Bill Maher came on this show. Okay. And more coming. And she has an invite. And AOC has an invite. Hakeem Jeffries, Democratic House leader, he just was on this show. I've invited Jasmine Crockett. I have nothing but respect for her. I just disagree on what she's making headlines for, because I think it's counterproductive to the ultimate goal.
Well,
but yet here we are, and the word disrespect comes in, and people try to engage with words, you know, like disrespect and implying misogyny and all of this other nonsense. Stop it. Stop it. Can we be grown-ups and deal with what the real issue is?
Not just John Boehner, Eric Cantor too. He got eliminated by the Tea Party. One of my favorite senators, one of the first Republicans I actually voted for, Richard Lugar got eliminated by the Tea Party too. Yes, I voted for a Republican back in the day. If anybody's upset about that, well, too bad.
Is involving what I said, Willie D,
Uh-oh.
Roland Martin, Bakari Sellers, and Angela Rye, who I have profound respect for. I mean, the list goes on and on with all of these people. I don't have their names in front of me to my producer that texted to me. I don't have my phone on me right now. So I apologize for not having those names in front of me. But I'm what are we talking about? How's it disrespectful to say what I said? Could you just disagree? Could we just say, yo, Stephen A., I disagree with you. Here's why. We got Willie D. Put up that quote, please. He's putting out quotes or text or tweets about me. Let's see that again. Stephen A. Smith taking shots at Jasmine Crockett ain't just messy, it's weak. Dude is sitting on one of the biggest mics in America, and instead of using it to uplift, he's tearing down a black woman who's out here putting in real work. That ain't critique, that's betrayal. Jasmine Crockett ain't the problem. She's the kind of woman who walks into rooms full of snakes and makes the snakes flinch. Meanwhile, Stephen's showing what happens when the paycheck gets louder.
Nah, Willie D, I'm sorry, but that tweet is a Simpsoniloquy.
Then the principal. That sucker shit, straight up, end quote. Wow, Willie D.
Nah, that tweet is sucker shit.
You sure are uplifting. I mean, I got to be touched. That was inspirational. Really, that really, really was. That was inspirational. I'm doing sucker shit. That's what you call inspirational? That's what you call uplifting? Really?
Well, you called out Mama. What'd you expect? How dare you call out Mama? You're not supposed to call out Mama.
Now, I haven't heard everything that Roland Martin said, D.L. Hughley had to say, and all the other names that I mentioned, but I'm sure it's along the same lines. None but respect. First of all, I'm going to be very, very careful about anything that I say about Roland Martin because he's a friend. I'm going to be careful about anything that I say about D.L. Hughley because I have respect for that man. We've spoken a few months ago. I got nothing but love for him.
I don't have respect for D.L. Hughley. I do not have respect for a man that ignored his daughter getting essayed by one of his best friends, and he took the best friend's side. I do not have respect for that man. Will I be cordial with him? Yeah. But respect? No. I don't respect D.L. Hughley at all. He's not that funny. And I put him in the butthurt blue category because he's always crying about Trump.
I am concerned about him not making people laugh and smile as much anymore as he used to because he's more of an activist now than a comedian, but that's a choice and that's his right, and nothing but love for him and respect. And anybody else too. My issue with Bakari Sellers is how he talked about me without ever speaking out or reaching out because you don't like a position that I took before or whatever, but you want to come on and sell your book.
Oh.
After. See, I don't play that nonsense. I don't like that.
Oh, is this the little D energy that Tiffany Cross was talking about? Don't sound like little D energy to me. It sounds like grown man energy to me.
Disagree with what I said. Say why without all the other nonsense. Got nothing but respect. Willie D got over a million subscribers, man. Props to you. Doing your thing. Wishing you nothing but the best. Not getting into all that nonsense. But let's deal with what I was saying, please. Can we do that? Can we be real? So let's take it. Let's take it back. Let's look at the resume of Jasmine Crockett, 30th Congressional District. By the way, the two senators that represent Texas is Senator John Cornyn and Ted Cruz, both Republicans. I'm so surprised.
It's Texas. What you expect?
I'm so surprised. Okay. So you got them in Texas and they're doing their thing, right?
Yep.
What are we talking about here in terms of Jasmine Crockett's district? 750,000 North Texans. Texas's 30th congressional district, vibrant community in the heart of Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. That's the area she represents as a congressional representative. Earned her BA in Business Administration from Rhodes College and a JD from the University of Houston. She's licensed to practice law in Texas, Arkansas, and the federal courts. So this is an accomplished, well-educated woman. Ain't nothing.
She sure don't act like it, but anyway.
About her stupid. Ain't nothing about her something to dismiss or disrespect when it comes to her resume. Let's get that out of the way so as to make sure I'm not being disrespectful.
And she's still a butterface minstrel show. But anyway.
Respectful when we're talking about her, okay? What's her reputation? Crockett's performance in the House, according to research, and her success in delivering wins for her district is quote unquote mixed. She's active, ambitious, and visible, exceptional when it comes to fundraising. But many of her major efforts are still works in progress, bills stuck in committees, introduced but have stalled, etc., according to Congress.gov.
In other words, she ain't getting shit done.
Just reading. She faced similar difficulties as a state rep. The Texas legislature's sole black freshman had big plans for her first session. She ended up mostly playing defense, according to them. And what the implication was is that while she's great at fundraising, the challenge for her was cultivating relationships in Congress. And what does that mean? Potentially going across the aisle when you don't want to.
Yep.
Potentially going across the aisle, okay, when it might be in the best interest of the 750,000 constituents you represent. We know you're a Democrat. We know how disgusting and vile you find the president to be. You've told us on more than one occasion. What I was saying was, where's that going to get you when you're so willing and so apt to verbalize it the way that you choose to verbalize it? How is that going to be productive to your constituents? You have every right to feel the way that you feel about him. You have every right to do everything that you can to vote him out of office, or in his case, the people that are under him, the J.D. Vances of the world, a Marco Rubio of the
Yeah, good luck.
world, a Pam Bondi, a Cash Patel, and others. You have.
Now, does this sound like Stephen A. Smith is a MAGA Republican to you? Does it sound like a MAGA Republican that voted for Trump? No, in fact, he voted for Kamala Harris. And he's calling out their bullshit. But as you can see, these heifers can't handle it.
Every right. You should be doing everything you can to win the midterm. But what I'm saying is, where is her rhetoric going to get her and the people she represents in the 30th congressional district in Texas? What am I talking about? To my producers, could y'all play the clip when she's talking about the president as an enemy of the United States? Could you play that, please?
Your reaction to his appointment?
He needs to go. I mean, this is very simple. We right now have a white supremacist that is sitting in the White House. He is backed up by other white supremacists. And if you really want to know who the criminals are in this country, you can Google it. You don't have to trust me. But the people that commit 80% of the most violent crimes in this country are white supremacists. Yet for whatever reason, they sit and they serve at the pleasure of the president. They are the ones that were there on January 6th, tearing our democracy down physically. And now we have them tearing us down right here from within. Here is the problem.
Of course, Congresswoman, to interrupt you.
Okay. Of course, most of all of what she said is bullshit. But let's take that for a minute. Donald Trump's a racist. He's a racist. He's a convicted felon. Oh my gosh. Donald Trump's a racist and a convicted felon. And y'all still lost to him. And you still lost to him. Yeah, pretty much. Stephen A. said you had one job, Crockett, and you ain't doing that job. You lost to Donald Trump for a reason.
But President Trump, of course, has denied any allegations of the white supremacists, and that's why he apparently fired what he is. I know your point, but he did fire.
Blah, blah, blah. You still lost to him. What does that say about your candidate?
Darren Beatty, in reaction, they believe in part to his attendance at that conference. Does that change your opinion in any way?
No, it doesn't change my opinion.
So that's the first clip. There's a president of the United States that you're calling a white supremacist, and you're saying that the people who work under him are that as well. While you're in the government needing assistance from that administration to get things done for your constituency.
Well, so you're getting things done for your constituency by calling the sitting president of the United States a racist, a bigot, Hitler, and also call him a piece of shit. Okay.
And beyond. Okay, that's clip number one. Play clip number two, please. A full-fledged criminal. Play that, please.
Not our democracy. Well, he did say he'd be a dictator on day one. Oh, Democrats, it's just Trump. He just talks. Well, let me tell you something. He is doing more than talking. We talked about Project 2025. We talked about the consolidation of power.
They're still talking about Project 2025. Good Lord.
Talked about how he wanted to be a king. We talked about in a democratic republic, that is not what it is. We have some sort of checks and balances, and he is doing everything that he can to get rid of those checks and balances. The DOJ and the people that he's going after were simply doing their jobs. The problem is that Americans thought that it was okay to take a full-fledged criminal and make him the president of the United States.
Oh, kick rocks. We don't owe you shit. You sold us a dementia patient with stage 4 cancer and an incompetent AKA who is neither qualified or fit to be president as your candidate, and you wonder why you lost to a convicted felon. Kick rocks.
And then they want to act aghast when he does criminal things. Let me tell you, we have a thug in charge of the United States. Not today, Craig. And if we don't wake up, we may not have a United States, because right now he has only been successful in being a divider in chief.
So you
kick rocks.
Care about facts, meaning the Democrats and the Republicans don't. Okay. That's another clip. And by the way, full-fledged criminal and thug. Those were words. How about this one where she called the president a piece of shit? Play it.
Because the Supreme Court has paved the way for half the stuff that we see that's going on. Listen, Donald Trump is a piece of shit, okay?
So you think your constituent, you think you think your district's going to get goodies when you call the sitting president of the United States a piece of shit? Okay. By the way, I got about 12 watching, and this episode of Colosseum Daily has been brought to you by Angela Rye with lettuce and tomato on the side. Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show. Hit that super chat and support the show.
Hey, we know that. Yes. He is.
Donald Trump is a piece of shit. That's what she said. That's the third one. There's another one here where she's talking about how the GOP doesn't care about facts, but the Democrats do. You just heard that. There was also another one where she called them again a white supremacist, but it didn't just stop there. She went to her own governor of the state of Texas, who's in a wheelchair, by the way. Keep that in mind. And listen to what she said about him.
Yeah, call him Governor Hot Wheels.
We in these hot ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So yes.
Governor Hot Wheels. And the only thing that is hot about him is that he's a hot ass mess. And that's going to serve 750,000 constituency in the 30th District of Texas. That is what I was saying. Never mind what she feels. Never mind whatever level of justification you may have towards feeling the way that you feel. When you're in her position, that's not going to get you anywhere.
Nope.
That's what I was saying. What I was saying was this educated, brilliant Black woman representing over 750,000 people is engaging in verbiage and rhetoric for the streets.
Pretty much.
And that's fine when you're in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
How many of y'all bring the streets to the table when you at the negotiating table trying
to
get a deal? How many of you are able to think that for a second that you're able to bring street verbiage to Capitol Hill and that's going to work for you?
Mm-hmm. Well,
you literally have senators and congressional figures on Capitol Hill on the side of the Republicans telling the networks, whether it's Fox News, Nation, or anybody else, please put her front and center on camera.
Mm-hmm. Well,
why would they do that? Because they know it wins for them.
Yep.
And what I was saying was, I appreciate her passion, her intellect, the fact that her heart and her willingness to be courageous and all of those things are in the right place. But my God.
That's a great analogy, Dusty Jones, when keeping it real goes wrong.
Isn't it about winning too? Ain't it about getting it done?
Well,
how about positioning yourself, since Jasmine Crockett was on the record stating that we got to keep our eyes on the federal courts because the conservative federal courts are putting forth rules and regulations, policies, and and judicial things that serve to benefit one side of our country, but not necessarily all sides. Well, wouldn't that mean that you'd want to become a judge? You are a lawyer by trade. You are licensed to practice law in Texas, Arkansas, and the federal courts. Wouldn't you be somebody that we'd want on the courts, or at least on committees, having a strong arm towards dictating who ends up on the courts? Not just the Supreme Court, but federal courts throughout this country, because that's what senators do, right? Wouldn't you want to position yourself to be able to beat a Ted Cruz or a Senator Cornyn? I'm talking about winning. I'm talking about winning. And listen, I voted for Kamala Harris. And I voted for her because I said, even though...
Well, he did vote for Kamala Harris.
I wasn't fond of...
I stated that earlier. He voted for Kamala Harris.
Her as a candidate, I certainly thought that she would be more willing to work across the aisle and work with more congressional and Senate representatives than he would. I certainly felt like we wouldn't be hearing words like authoritarianism.
I disagree with his reasoning, but he's being upfront with you.
And dictators and stuff like that. I knew that. So I get where you're coming from. But when you talk about we're honest, they're not. Were you honest when you chose Hillary?
Well,
and you shoved aside Bernie Sanders as a party?
Voted for Bernie. And they cheated him twice.
Were you honest when you chose Biden and you shoved aside everybody else because it was his turn? Were you honest when you bypassed a primary and made sure to ensure that Kamala Harris was the Democratic nominee for the president?
Let the church say yes. Let the church say yes. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. Yes.
Presidency of the United States, when all of you knew that Biden was finished. You knew he had no business staying in the presidency. You knew.
They knew. And they let that dementia patient run anyway. Yes.
That you could have influenced things in a way that would have forced him out. We would have had a primary, and the best candidate for the job would have been running against Trump.
Well,
last November. You knew that. But like 2016, like 2020, as was the case in 2024, and unlike the Republicans, the conservatives, the elite chose our candidate.
Yep.
The people were bypassed on the Democratic side of the aisle.
Yep.
You circumvented your way as a party around the election process, and you have the audacity to talk about how others are a threat to democracy. Where's the consistency? Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay. Interesting.
Tell me that the Democratic Party hasn't catered to elites every bit as much as they've accused Republicans of doing all of these years over the last 3 elections.
Well,
tell me that they said we listening to the people and we not just doing what we want to do because we're the one that's control the party and we'll manipulate them. Tell me that they haven't gotten folks, not specifically y'all, but folks like y'all, to sit up there and label anybody like me or others who would dare question the establishment and how things go down and say, yo, he a sellout. Yo, he don't care. What's up, Willie D? What's up? We want to talk policy? I didn't call you a name.
Let's talk for a minute. Let's take this down and talk for a minute. Fellas, we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves. The way the Democratic Party has gotten, particularly black folk, to support the dumbest shit ever is probably literally going to be studied 50 years down the road. Long after I'm gone and in my grave. 50 to 100 years down the road, I guarantee you it's going to be studied how the Democratic Party got black folk to support some of the dumbest shit ever. Don't believe me? Let's just take Kamala Harris for a minute. Let's take Kamala Harris and Joe Biden for a minute. Joe Biden wrote the 94 crime bill. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Joe Biden was caught plagiarizing multiple times during some of his presidential runs. And yet they shoved Joe Biden down our throats in 2020. And up until that point, I was vote blue no matter who to a certain degree. Up until that point, I had nothing to hide. I voted for Hillary and still regret that vote. But they shoved Joe Biden down our throats. Oh, by the way, who was Joe Biden's mentor again? I can't remember his name. Who was Joe Biden's mentor? Oh, right. Strong Thurmond, a Klansman, and also a Dixiecrat who switched to the Republican Party because of the Civil Rights Bill. But somehow, someway, the Democrats got black people to Joe Biden, and they bought a hook, line, and sinker. Here's what a lot of people forget about Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was polling so bad she had to drop out. She had to drop out in the 2020 before the first primary in 2020. Hey, what's going on, Louis?
Hey, what's up, AB? I got something quick to say.
Okay.
Honestly, Jasmine Crockett got off easy. And whoever's in charge of the Texas GOP, they should be fucking fired. You want to know why?
For losing her?
If I
Yeah.
No. If I was in charge of the Texas GOP, Republican Party in Texas, and when Jasmine Crockett made that statement about Greg Abbott, pardon me, I would have got the people that's in head of the Americans with Disabilities.
Ooh.
And went after her, like, because look, and for the most part, the Democratic Party is the one that's outraged on everything.
Go ahead.
I would say, oh, you making fun of people that's disabled?
Oh, yeah.
And I would have got every Republican congressman and senator out there and went on that and got her censored.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, when it comes to politics, all is fair in love and war. And
Yes.
I would use anything, like, because you know how that's what politicians do. They find any little thing to get outraged about. And I'm surprised whoever's in charge should be freaking fired. They let go of a good alley-oop.
Well, not just that. She called the sitting president a piece of shit. Now, can you imagine the blowback a Republican would get if we call either Obama or Joe Biden a piece of shit?
Well, that was done in a church, right? When she said that.
Yeah.
One, you're saying profanity in the house of God, but I mean, I remember when people say stuff about George Bush, and I mean, and not for nothing, every chance Trump gets, he always throwing shade at Obama and Sleepy Joe. So I mean, that's all fit,
Fair
you
enough.
know. Until recently, like I said, politics is wrestling, but with the thing with Greg Abbott, that was something that you could stand on your high horse of morality, so to speak, and
Right.
that could have caused a lot of damage. And I'm surprised nobody mentioned nothing about that.
Well, you know that how they like to watch it. They might mention it after this stream, but okay. But yeah, that's a great point. How she called him Governor Hot Wheels. Yeah. But the fact that they're going after Stephen A. and Stephen A.
But
is clearly on closer to their side, it speaks volumes.
could you imagine if a Republican would have said something about a disabled Democrat? What the outrage would be? It'd be on MSNBC, CNN, Roly Poly Martin. Everybody be talking about it, and it'd been a talking point for the whole year.
Yeah.
You would had ads on TV.
Yeah. Well, actually, they are putting ads on TV over this dude in Virginia. You hear about that?
Who?
This dude named Jay Jones, and I think he's running for attorney general, if I'm not mistaken. He literally threatened the lives of a Republican and his children on a social media post.
Oh, that sounds about right.
And they have been tearing. Now, apparently the party, the Republican Party in Virginia got some sense. They have been tearing the Democrats apart. They asked the chick running from governor. Ironically, it's two chicks. And believe it or not, the Republican is a black woman. So I'm kind of interested to see how this race is going to go out. But anyway.
Wait, they threatened the lives of a black Republican woman
No,
and her family?
White. Yeah, I think he was a white dude in his family.
Oh, okay. I was about to say it was another instance when the Democrats were making monkey analogies of what was old girl's name that was Secretary of State under Bush? Condoleezza Rice.
Oh, Condoleezza Rice. Oh, I missed that one. But
Oh
okay.
yeah, they had media and they drew her with features of a monkey, and he like it. No pun intended. Everybody went ape shit. No pun intended
Yeah.
with that, but yeah.
Actually, Dr. Rice is a very intelligent woman. She has a PhD, and she could probably, well, if she had more charisma, she could probably be president.
Condoleezza Rice is fine. She want to be commissioner of football. So
yeah, whatever.
I mean, but really, Condoleezza Rice, I think she graduated college at 15 or something.
Yeah, she's very intelligent. That's a very intelligent woman.
I would have voted for her for president. Yeah, and I wouldn't mind what party she was in.
And that's one of the names I bring up because when I say Kamala Harris wasn't qualified, I know the response would be, you don't think black women qualified? No, I never said that about Dr. Rice. I never said that about her. As much as it pains me to say it, I never said that about Susan Rice.
Oh, Susan Rice was on point.
Yeah, I would never say that about Susan Rice. And it really hurts me to say this one. I wouldn't say that about Michelle Obama. I actually agree with BGS. If Michelle actually wanted to run, she could have won.
Oh, yeah.
Now, believe it or not, I don't think she could run now. And actually, don't get it twisted. I agree with BGS. Before the 2024 election, if Michelle Obama wanted to run for president, she could have easily won. But after the crap she said during 2024, I don't see it. The way she went after men, the way she went after men, I just don't see it. Hey, what's going on, Snowman?
What's going on? What I miss? What's a fun I miss?
Oh, everybody's mad at Screaming A. Smith because he dared to give Jasmine Crockett a little constructive criticism.
He wasn't wrong. What's the problem? What's the problem?
That's my point. He wasn't wrong.
That's the problem. That's what people don't want to see. He wasn't wrong.
Can I say something right quick?
Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Snowman?
Hey, what's going on?
I have to give you some pushback on Michelle Obama because.
Okay. Oh, you still think they would go for her?
Look, honestly, it's only two women that I think that had, like, if they were run for president and they will win. Condoleezza Rice, because she's a neocon, like she's very intelligent with her knowledge on national security and all that. And at the time, she had the backing of the GOP. With Condoleezza Rice and Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton should have won, but it was what she did in that DNC party.
Yes.
With that convention with
convention, and she didn't visit certain states. That didn't help.
What they did to Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
And here's the thing too: no matter how liberal white women are, they're going to side with their men.
Yes.
Very true. And I think Benghazi put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Yes.
But Hillary Clinton represented that she's willing to do anything to keep, especially to the neocons,
Yes.
because she's not liberal. She's a war hawk.
Yeah, she's
She
a
would do
war hawk
and
through and through.
and she represented what she would do to keep the American empire intact. If I think if Benghazi didn't happen, she would have been president.
Yeah. I was actually very concerned because concerned Hillary might get elected because even though I was kind of I was ashamed of voting for her. I was really concerned because she was talking about having a no-fly zone in Syria, and at the time I knew that Russia told her we're not going for that crap.
Right.
Yeah, I think World War III may have popped off if Hillary got in.
Would not have been surprised because it was leaning that way anyway at the time.
But yeah, everybody's mad at Screaming A. Smith.
Okay, I have a very obvious question.
Yeah,
who's the most mad at Stephen A. Smith?
It's a long list, man. Where do I start?
In a group setting, who's the most mad at Stephen A. Smith?
Who's the most mad? Probably Tiffany Cross.
Fuck that bitch. Next.
Oh, by the way, remember that picture that I clipped?
Yes.
On Monday
of
Angela Rye.
Yes. I remember.
Well, I might as well make this advertisement. This episode of Colosseum Daily has been brought to you by Angela Rye. Lettuce and tomato on the side. Like, share, subscribe, hit the cash, support the show. Hit the super chat, support the show. Are you not entertained? Angela Rye with lettuce and tomato on the side.
And a rye vinaigrette.
And shout out to Professor Black Truth. That line never gets old.
It doesn't.
And I love it whenever he says Angela Rye with lettuce and tomato on the side. That's like, dang.
But see, you notice a pattern of who's mad at him.
Yes. Simpson, people like Tiffany Cross and Angela Rye.
I rest my case.
Willie D said some really, really stupid shit. Did a whole
Willie D's a simp. We know that.
Yeah. True.
Who's a bigger simp, Dr. Umar or Willie D?
Ooh. What do you think, Louis? That's a toss.
Did I throw it?
That's a toss-up, man.
Did I throw a curveball at you?
Yeah, that's a curveball. Who's a bigger simp?
Who's bigger? Hey, let's put it to the chat. I'll pose the question again. Who's the bigger simp, Dr. Umar or Willie D?
Oh, damn, that is such a good question.
You want to hold that one for Saturday? You want to hold that one for Saturday, or should we get?
Yeah, we gotta hold that one for Saturday. There's a lot of stuff we're gonna talk about on Saturday.
Yeah, hold that one for Saturday.
I think hell froze over today.
How?
Obsidian and Angry Man did something together again. I never thought I would see that again.
I'm sorry. What?
Obsidian and Angry Man did a video together.
Huh? That's like Joe Flacco and Jamar Chase.
And we're going to cover it.
Okay.
Oh, and it gets better.
It gets better. How?
Yes. They actually mentioned the master teacher.
Let's see. That's kind of like what I'm watching right now with Joe Flacco and Jamar Chase having a reception.
Yeah.
The election guy. What's up, Craig?
Hey, what's going on, Craig?
So let's see this let's see this pairing. This now unlikely / likely pairing with the little guidance from the master teacher. This I gotta see.
Yeah. Yeah. Greg, you there?
His mic's muted right now.
Okay.
But yeah. I'm just I haven't used StreamYard in such a long time. I'm trying to see the new settings. I'm like, keep telling my audience.
Yeah, they changed a lot.
Listen,
yeah.
StreamYard changes its mind more than a black woman does. Does that tell you anything?
Indeed, it does.
Hey, this is my stream. Since I got you up here, Craig, I have to ask: Is Xbox dead now? Are we going to fall down?
Yep.
Well, it's not. You got to understand, when people say it's dead, what they mean is that the console is dead. It's not like they're going to stop making hardware. They just released hardware today, but their console.
I'm surprised they just released the Ally today.
Yeah, they just released that for $1,000, and then they are building a hybrid. They're calling it a hybrid, but it's actually a PC. It's going to cost between.
Yeah, it is a PC.
Yeah, it's between 1,200
Windows. It's a PC.
Yeah, it's a PC. It's just they're simply giving people access to Steam and maybe Epic. That way they can just play a bunch of other games. So that's all there.
Can I ask a question like this?
What's up, Chaos?
Hey, what's good? What's good? You know, it's funny because I saw a lot of things in my timeline about the Xbox, about they're not dealing with the hardware and all that stuff, and I hear rumor they're trying to make a hybrid hardware. Is there true, or that's some rumor?
Yeah, they've already leaked the specs.
Yeah, if they were smart,
mm-hmm.
and both allies are powerful enough to do it, they would they need to make it so you can play Xbox Series X and S games on it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can't even play Xbox games natively on it because it's not an Xbox. It's a PC. All they did was put a button on there where you can go to the Windows Store. That's it.
So is it like a console, or is something different?
It's a handheld. It's a handheld.
The handheld. So that's what
it's actually it's competing with the Steam Deck. Really.
Handheld? It's a handheld?
Yes.
It's a handheld.
Oh, good Lord. Wow.
Yeah, it's called the ROG Ally X. That's what it's called.
So Microsoft working with what the handheld version?
Yeah, they're working with they didn't make it themselves. I believe it was Asus.
Yeah, Asus made it, and they're going into OEMs, and so they're just going to have a bunch of hardware, and they're just going to let it be Windows run. They're a software.
Yeah, basically
company.
what they're doing.
They're a software company. They're more based software than hardware.
Hold on. Let me finish, Chaos. Basically, what Xbox is doing is they're doing the same thing they did with the PC. They're just outsourcing the hardware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They're outsourcing the hardware to everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so that they don't have to make it.
That's where they make the money anyway, on the software. Now they're based on the hardware, which more makes them, because they lost. You know, I didn't know how much money they were losing making this console for the last 20-some years, just to compete against video game market.
It off. Yeah, they were writing it off, and now they don't get as big.
They make enough money to write it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they've moved into AI and cloud. And
they're very big.
Yeah, Satya is no longer over Xbox. Now he's got somebody else in there, and Phil Spencer and them. They got to go make their case to that. And that guy he's a numbers guy. It's like, why are we making consoles? Why are we making hardware where nobody's buying it? Everybody's buying Nintendos and PlayStations. That's why Xbox games are showing up on PlayStation. I mean, they're going to have Microsoft Flight Sim on there in a couple more weeks, and it's going to have VR support. They don't even have VR support on the Xbox.
But my thing is this. Everybody knows when you have a console, it's all about the games. I don't know much games that's reliable on Xbox now to keep this game going. They're better off just saying they're going that route, because they're not compete with the games like PlayStation and now Nintendo, which Nintendo's kind of overpriced in my opinion, but that's another story. But really true, there's not really much games on Xbox. I got Xbox. I know everybody owns an Xbox. I still support it the way it is, but I just don't see the games right now about it now. So to move this direction probably is more better right now.
They're a software company, and it's in their name. It's in the suffix of their name. So Apple is the hardware company.
Well, look, hold on. Xbox has enough games for me. Now, do they have all the best games?
Yeah.
No, but
they got games. Yeah,
but they got games. I hate that argument. Xbox doesn't have the game. Yes, it does.
I'm playing
right now. Believe it or not. They may not be the games you want to play, but they definitely have quality games. Right now, I'm going through the old Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
that game is fun.
You're right. I mean, I'm not saying the games like because when I got the PlayStation now, I stayed away from PlayStation for over a decade. Was it over a decade? Yeah, over a decade now, and I just got back into it. But most of the time, I was just more support Xbox because of the power of the thing, of the system. Now, a lot of people say now, for them to compete, it should be power and all stuff, and I understand it. But usually, I'm more down the line that it should be both. But if you could cut off one thing, if it's gonna be powerful, make sure you have the right games that people want to play on the console.
Well, it's not about power; it's about balance. Sony system is way more balanced. They're able to stream assets and take it off the hard drive and bring them in virtually, and Xbox didn't do that. So all they did was Sony's system. Mark Cerny created a system with AMD that alleviates a lot of the stuff, so it functions more in the realm of RDNA 3. Now that new PlayStation that came out, I have the PlayStation 5 Pro. That's got RDNA 3 and 4. It's got 4's ray tracing in there. You can see that with Ghost of Yote. I still can't believe what I'm fucking looking at. My girlfriend came over and was like, "Oh, what TV show is that?" Like, that's how good this game is. So, it looks that good. So, and I've got an older LG TV, so I can't. And I just got a new monitor, AB. Gonna open it up tomorrow on the podcast. Got a new LG.
You have 4K or what? What type of 4K?
My TV is 4K. My monitor I just got is OLED, but it's 1440p. So
Okay.
Nice. Very nice.
With HDR.
So with the OLED monitor, because I know the Switch had it for the last before this new one don't got it. Are they going? Is Nintendo go back to the OLED model?
They might.
You talk about OLED?
Yeah, they don't need to. That thing is selling like hotcakes.
I mean, trust me. The only problem I stopped supporting Nintendo is because when they came up with the Switch and they have these games that's old as fuck, as when I have PlayStation graphics for 56 or wherever $60, I said I ain't doing that. Not me. If the game came out already and I'm not paying nothing new for all the games, the price gone down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I said I ain't supporting shit. The honest with you, I don't think Nintendo might not change from the way they're going now because a lot of people support it. So a lot of people say you're gonna pay $60 for a game that came out 6, 7, 8 years ago. Good luck to that.
No.
God bless.
I mean, they're selling.
Hold on, wait a minute. One of the reasons I've been on Xbox for so long is if you pay enough attention and you have Game Pass, they have a lot of sales.
Yeah.
And you can pick up games that people have talked about over the years. Like I said, now I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 3. I'm going through Grand Theft Auto 3 trying to get to the next island.
Okay. You never been Grand Theft Auto 3, man?
Okay.
Hold on, Andre.
Good.
Yeah, I beat Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas on PS2.
Oh, so you got the new version, the revised version.
The revised version.
Oh, okay.
The definitive editions.
I own it. I gotta get that for Xbox. Wait till the price cut down. We'll get that shit for that. Yeah,
it's on both. It's on both those consoles. I actually had it downloaded, but I ran out of space. Believe it or not,
the only new game on my list right now that I'm thinking about getting is the Legacy Collection of Mortal Kombat.
Don't blame you. That thing's going to be nuts.
It came out now.
That thing's going to be. I don't think it's out. Is it out now?
It's supposed to come out at the end of the month.
Yeah, that thing's.
It'll come out the same time when it first was released. 33 years ago. Yeah, that's the same month, October. Okay, makes sense. So that means they're gonna have Mortal Kombat trilogy on there.
Yeah,
have all the Mortal Kombat. So which game is not on that? That's
okay. Okay. Here's how it goes. It has Mortal Kombat 1. And most of its ports, Mortal Kombat 2 and most of the main ports, which is Sega Genesis, Super NES, Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat Trilogy, the PlayStation version.
Nice.
Now here's where it gets interesting. Mortal Kombat 4, the arcade version.
Okay.
Mythology Sub-Zero.
Okay.
That wasn't that good, but maybe they remastered it.
So
hold on, Andre. We're gonna let Andre go after I'm finished.
Okay, all right.
Also, whatever Jack's game is called, I can't think of the name of it, but
It's like the action game called
Special Forces.
Yes.
Now, here's the interesting thing about those games.
Mm-hmm.
As you mentioned, Craig, those games sucked and they were very hard.
Mm-hmm.
They have introduced a rewind feature.
Oh,
what's that?
Okay.
Basically, with some older games, you can let's say you die in a certain spot, you can literally rewind the game and try it again.
Oh shit, that's nice.
You see a lot of that with the Marios and stuff. But go ahead, Andre.
I was gonna say, so in terms of consoles, when you're speaking about like console versus console, even console versus PC, so Craig did a stream like a few months ago, and he was like talking about like the new specs on like the consoles, and he was saying how comparable it was to PC, and he's right about it. Like I was messing with him in the chat because I'm part of the PC master race, so y'all messing around with the console guys, but he was right about that. And in terms of Nintendo is winning because they have the Nintendo Online where you can play any Nintendo game. Well, not any, but like the majority of Nintendo games, like on pretty much any new console now, you know. And if you look at the sales for the Nintendo Switch 2, like apparently that's beating the sales for pretty much any console in like the recent years.
Yeah, and people didn't think it was going to sell well. I'm like, no, it's going to sell. It's just like when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, which is both of those trailers were running on PlayStation.
Yes.
That thing is going to more than likely cost $100 for the standard edition. And people are wanting to argue with me. I just keep saying, just get it ready. Your job is to get the money ready.
Hey, hold on. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If y'all hit my Cash App, support the show, and hit my super chat, if I get enough money, I'm probably going to get either a Switch or a Switch 2.
I don't blame you. That Switch 2 is nice. They're about to come out with what is the name of that game? I can't think of the name of the game. I'm waiting on another Donkey Kong game. They got one out now. Bayonetta.
They got that new Donkey Kong.
And believe it or not, the games I want to play are on the Switch 1. I might just get a Switch 1.
But you know what's funny?
Hold on, Chaos.
Okay. All right.
Chaos, you don't know games.
I might just get a Switch 1 and call it a day because the games I want to play on the fly because I'm at dialysis for 4 hours is because I can play games like Witcher 3, Mario Maker, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which is exclusive to the Switch. The main games I want to play are not even on the Switch 2. They barely made any for the Switch 2D anyway.
So they don't have that many games for the Switch 2, but they made the Switch 2 backwards compatible with Switch 1. So obviously you could play like all the Switch games on the Switch 2. And like there's still so many games that I want to play that are on Switch 1, but like I want to get a Switch 2 for my daughter, but like I want to get one for myself, of course, too. But like I still haven't even played, like there's like 4 or 5 Zelda games on the Switch that I want to play. So the Switch is winning right now.
Yeah, it's selling like hotcakes.
So, but you know one thing.
Wait. What did you say, Craig?
It's selling like hotcakes with
butter
and syrup. So it's selling. People were wrong about it. Like, oh, it's not going to sell well. It costs too much. Nobody's going to buy it. Like, nah. Just because you broke don't mean the other guy's broke.
Wait. Hold on, Craig. I'm not sure what state you're in. Like, I'm over here. In like basically around Toronto right now. You know, because I moved. So over here, like I even looked like in my. Like I looked at my last province as well. I cannot find anybody selling a Switch 2 right now. And like in store price, it's $6.99 plus tax. Like
no, it's like I said, it's selling. It's not
nobody's
just you got a bunch of people that are broke and they don't want to have to pay for anything. So
what I mean is like I buy and sell this stuff, you know, so it's like I can't buy one because nobody's selling it. That means they're keeping it for themselves.
Hold on, gentlemen. Shout out to Dr. Neil in the building.
Oh, shout out to Dr. Neil. Hadn't heard from him in a while. Shout out to him though.
Yep, we have Dr. Neil in the building. Shout out to him. We were talking about Stephen A. Smith earlier, and I can't see anything wrong he said about Jasmine Crockett. He was not disrespectful at all. He was just calling out her nonsense.
I agree with him, and I've said that about Jasmine Crockett.
She's
Is
just
that
loud and wrong.
she's just loud, and she's trying to brand herself because she got redistrict or what? They did that thing redistricting, and
They redrew the map.
Yeah, they redrew those maps, and she's going to be out of a job because she's going to have to run in a predominantly Republican district. So, and she's the one, I've said this, and AB, I said this to you. Jasmine Crockett is the one who went on MSNBC and said, I heard you talk about how Obama and them wanted to do a primary. You're right about that. Jasmine Crockett's the one that went on and said, if they don't back Kamala Harris to be the nominee, Black women will blow up the party.
So that was her?
That was her. And so, in essence, they got trapped with Kamala Harris, and they lost historically. Now, have you heard any Democrats? Black women are losing their jobs faster than they're getting evicted. Like they're getting fired and evicted.
I'm glad you said that.
No Democrat has come out and said we have to do something to help Black women. They're not going to.
It's far worse than that, Craig.
Oh yeah, I know.
I was listening to Obsidian and Angry Man, and Obsidian pointed out that almost 500,000 Black women got evicted last year.
Yeah, and that's going to keep going up.
Around 400,000.
Yeah. And again, the Democrats aren't running out trying to save them and help them because they do blame them for the election loss. They don't. Yes. Black women have run around and said they're the backbone of the Democratic Party. I think that's fine. But when the Democrats lose, you're going to take the blame. And what they tried to do was, well, you're not going to blame us for it. And they are being blamed for it. They not know it. It's not happening publicly. But Jasmine Crockett's out here saying MF this and this. I don't get how that's going to. And Stephen A. is right. How is that helping the people in your district? Like, what are you bringing back to them? What is going on? I mean, she's out here with a bust down weave and fake nails, and she wants to be taken seriously. No.
Well, Craig,
hold on, wait a minute, Andre. But to your point, though, people all shocked about Letitia James. I said it back then. I noticed all the lawyers going after Donald Trump right before the election were Black, most of them.
Yeah.
And I called.
You know who else said that? You know who else said that? Dennis Sperling Esquire.
Yes.
He also said that. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead, but that's what he said. And he also said all these women, these Black women that are doing this, Trump's going to go after them if he wins. That's what's happening.
And this is how I said it. I summed it up to this statement, and yes, it's a movie reference. That's why the pawns go first.
Yes, yeah. First the pawns and the knights. You're right.
Yeah, and I'll give you the movie reference. You know where I got that? You know where I got that movie reference from?
Well, I know where you got it from.
Do you?
First prompt didn't Magneto say that?
Yes.
In X-Men.
Last Stand.
Yeah, Last Stand.
That's why the pawns go first.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to Magneto. That's one of my favorite villains.
Yeah. He's second.
That's
for me
one of my favorite
Darth
villains
Vader.
of all time. I've always loved Magneto.
Yeah.
In terms of the topic, like what was like bothering me about like hearing Jasmine talking was like I know she's trying to appeal to I guess like the people that are going to vote for her, but it's like even amongst Black people, do you really want someone representing you who's speaking like that, looking like that, like that's like pretty much you're going by the stereotype, like you're walking stereotype, like.
Well, she's supposed to be according to Angela Rye with lettuce and tomato on the side. She's representing the anger that Black women do have, feeling like they're under attack. I've had multiple Black women email me outright saying that they feel this administration is hostile towards them. And I said, okay, let's take you at your word. Let's say it is hostile towards you. Maybe you should go ahead and shut the fuck up then. Like you said you were. They said they were going to be quiet. They said they were going to rest. They said they were putting their feet up. They were going to work on themselves. It's not like they had a choice because they got knocked the fuck back. Yes. But if that's what you're going to do, then just shut up. If the whole country told you all to shut up. And that's what they need to do. And Jasmine Crockett understands that, but she's not. Again, she's representative of the black women that are upset and angry and they can't believe it and all that.
And that's
stuff.
one thing. Actually, I understood what she meant. What Angela Rye meant when she said Jasmine Crockett represents us. Like, oh, like, yeah. and I told because Snowman said she don't represent us. Like, no, Snowman, you got to think about it. Jasmine Crockett represents the minstrel shows like them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's poor representation because it's like you're up there in a like this is more than a professional setting.
Oh, did we lose him?
Did we lose him? Yeah, we lost him. Well, you got to remember, black women do not separate their womanhood from their personhood. So Kamala Harris losing to black women was the rejection of black women as a person, not her policies. That didn't matter. It's because, again, they don't separate the two. So what has happened to them is they look at it like Harris losing is the rejection of the black woman. And remember what Angela Rye, what Let Us on the Side, said the day after the election on that podcast. She said, I hate half the country. I'm so angry with half of the people. I hate them. You know, she said, these are things she said. So to her, Jasmine Crockett, like AB just said, what she's saying is the way a lot of black women do feel. So when Stephen A. Smith, he was just asking what she's doing, how is this helping your district? It doesn't, but black women don't care. It's about yelling and screaming at this point.
Hold on before you go, Andrea. I got to point something out. Is Magneto the villain though? It depends on the story.
Yeah, X-Men 97. He's more heroic.
He's heroic.
He's more heroic than that.
Yeah, like Magneto's like Thanos was right, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was trying to say is that it's like I really don't care. Like you can wear a wig, you can wear a weave if you want to, cool, sure. But it's just like the way that you're representing yourself. Like I'm not saying like I clearly don't have any issue with like people speaking any way they want to speak, but it's just like on that sort of platform, like I think you should be speaking like more than professionally.
Yes.
Like you should be speaking like you're speaking to world leaders and stuff, right? Because that's
she's an elected representative and she's in the United States Congress. You would think she would have enough common sense to tone it down, but that's not who she is. Again, I think it's Sheldon Daniels. I think Sheldon Daniels is going to beat her because of the way they redistrict that map. It's like, okay, well, there's going to be more Republicans than Democrats, so all the Republicans have to do is turn out their votes. But we're talking about something that's a year away. Well, less than a year at this point. No, it's a year away. So just have to wait and see how they do it. Yeah, just have to wait and see how they do it. But they should beat her. That's all I can say. They should beat her.
Well, Stephen A. kind of hinted at like what I said because he was just like, "Do you really want her representing you?"
Yeah,
like
that's a legitimate question. Yeah, and again, I don't. That's the way I feel about it. It's just, do you want this person representing you? Yes or no? What is she bringing back to the district that she's in? Besides being just saying that Trump sucks, and this is kind of something that Bill Maher has said. He was on The View when he said it. John Fetterman, the Democrat out of Pennsylvania, said it. You cannot have a platform of Trump sucks, but we don't have nothing to offer. So that's where they're at right now. That's disappointing. But that's where they're at right now. To me, it's okay to say you don't like some things Trump is doing, but you should at least be able to articulate an alternative. And what Chris Eliza said is that there's so much hatred for Trump in the Democratic Party, because you got to remember 60% of the Democratic Party are women. So they're just reacting emotionally to him that they can't think straight. Like they can't come up with a policy at all. So unfortunately, that's where they are. So it's up to them. Because again, when John Kerry lost to W. Bush, the Democrats are upset. But 2 years later, they had a blue wave and they elected Barack Obama to be the nominee. So he ended up winning.
Craig, don't get me started. I could be somewhere. I could be. I voted for Trump.
Yeah,
I could be
understand.
somewhere minding my own business, not thinking about politics at all, and somebody come out, Trump, 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 Trump. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I told my Uber driver, I told my Uber driver tonight, I said, look, Trump ran and he was talking about immigration. I said, okay, Trump ran saying immigration was a legal problem.
Yeah.
Harris ran and said it was a humanitarian problem. Harris lost the election. Therefore, it's going to be treated like a criminal problem. And I said, you have people out there that are just going crazy. I mean, it's like they said they were going to do this. So why is this a problem? Why is this an issue? So, and it's, when you lose, you don't get to dictate anything. You don't. It sucks, but you don't get to dictate anything.
That's why when I hear people talking about he's a convicted felon and you still lost to him.
Yeah, you're still lost to him. And the mistake was made, and I said this to AB before. The Democrats' mistake with Trump was made in 2008 when Obama won, and he called Hillary Clinton and said, do you want to be the Secretary of State or be on the Supreme Court? He should have never said that to Hillary Clinton. He should have said, you're the next Supreme Court nominee. Ruth Bader Ginsburg wants to talk to you about this. He should have never given a woman who wants power a choice to choose power because she wanted to be president. He should have just stopped it. Then she's a Supreme Court nominee. She gets in there, and the first thing Obama can do is codify Roe. Because when he got in, he had 58 Democratic senators. He had 2 that were caucusing with them. They were independents, Angus King and Bernie Sanders. They had control of the House. They had like a 48 seat advantage. They could have codified Roe, and Hillary Clinton could have been right in the center of it. But that's not what they did. And because she wanted to be president, that's where things got fucked up. But the Democrats don't understand that. But they understand it. But that's like deep political science stuff right there. That's where you go back. That's what got Trump elected, was that decision that Obama made that night to give her a choice. He should have never done that.
Nope.
That is so they're where they are.
And they should have made Ruth Bader Ginsburg step down and have somebody younger up there.
Well, that's that's what I said. That's what would have happened. She would have went out and actually got Clinton to take her place, take her place. But that's not what Obama did, because he felt, right or wrong, the party felt, well, Hillary Clinton kind of stepped back so you could step in, and so you can't argue with the results. They won the House, they had the Senate, they had the presidency. So it's not impossible for them to do that again. They just did it 18 years ago. But they got to get out of this whole thing of the Republicans are all bad, because Obama, who was their standard bearer, had a conversation in the street with Joe the plumber. Obama, who was their standard bearer, had Republicans in his cabinet. Chuck Hagel was in his cabinet. I think he was Secretary of Defense.
By the way, Joe DeFay passed away, believe it or not.
Yeah, he did. And just so they have got to get out of that. I don't understand it. But they aren't there yet because they're so mad. They're so angry. And Newt Gingrich the other night said these people actually do believe that their life is in the balance. That their way of life is in the balance. So they're reacting like that. So,
like sorry, good.
No, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say that whole conversation was just all bad. It's like calling Trump a white supremacist, and you know what's bad when Stephen A has to step in and say something, because he's always on both sides of the fence and he's always flip flopping, and they're like pretty much calling him a misogynist and stuff. It's like that's.
Well, think about why Trump called black women low IQ. If black women are going to now say that these white folks are racist and white supremacists, why weren't they racist and white supremacists when they were getting jobs? So you're saying that they on Monday, because this black woman had a job, they weren't racist. On Tuesday, they weren't racist because she had a job. But on Wednesday, when she lost her job, they're all racist. It makes no sense. And so somebody like Trump goes on and say, y'all got low IQ because they were racist before. How come 300,000 black women got fired? Because they didn't want you there. That's why they're making all these videos, and people are just like, they don't want you there. You're only there because you have breasts and ovaries. and dark and black skin. Now they don't have to give you the job, so they're not going to give you the job. But according to black women, they got the job because they were kick ass. But no, now you're getting your ass kicked. So it is what it is. That's why to me, I understand why he said it, because it doesn't make any sense for them to say anything else but that. So.
Like from the outside looking in, and like this is like surface level because obviously it was partially staged. But like you remember like when Trump was campaigning, like when he went to like barbershops and stuff, and like these guys might have been like higher class than the average like man or whatever. Yeah. But still, like he was able to go there and have a conversation, and they were willing to hear him out.
Yeah. Yeah, so Trump went to Detroit. Trump went to Michigan and went to the black church and had a quick conversation. That's all people are asking is to have some conversation.
Say what you want about Donald Trump. One thing people respected about him is he could go into almost any area. He wasn't trying to necessarily relate with the people, but he was just being himself.
Yeah, he went to the Bronx. Remember, he went to the Bronx and he had that rally in the Bronx. I mean, again, he was going to lose the Bronx. There's nothing, that's fine. But at least you go down there and you have the conversation. When Bill Clinton ran, another standard bearer, because these standard bearers are people who win 2 terms, and Clinton and Obama won both terms by over 300 electoral votes. Bill Clinton just got out of the way when the troops came home and he said the president deserved credit. And a young man named James Carville came up with that strategy. They said, oh, no, let the president gloat, let him brag. The troops came home. It was successful. But the next day, they started talking about the economy. So, and that's when they came up with the term, it's the economy, stupid. James Carville came up with that. So as long as the economy is
Louis, but go ahead.
Yeah, as long as the economy is doing okay, the president will do okay. So, but it's unfortunate that Democrats can't make any common sense. And Stephen A. is right. I'm gonna land the plane here. Stephen A. is right. There's a reason why the Republicans want her on TV. There's a reason they want her on TV, because they know they're going to win when they run against her. They know it already. So yeah, let her talk. Let her talk.
Yeah. But unfortunately, we're just going to have to let the Democrats fuck around and find out, because they're not going to listen to anybody. If they didn't learn after the last election, I have no hope for them.
Well, I mean, if they let her run, she's guaranteed. Like if they let her run, JD Vance is guaranteed to win. Like I think Kamala would have a better shot than her.
I mean, I don't think it matters who they run. They have their problem is the center Democrats are at war with the far left. They're at war with them, and that's when they wanted. Yeah, when Obama wanted that primary, that's why you heard names like Steve Beshear and Cooper out of Carolina, and that's why you heard Mark Kelly. That's why you were hearing those names. That's when Jasmine Crockett, she saw that, and she's the one that said, "No, black women will blow up the party if y'all don't support Kamala Harris." So, and she just came out about a month and a half ago and said the Democrats have settled on their, what did she say? Their generic white boy to be their nominee. Oh, so, I mean, that's shit that comes out of her mouth. I don't know how that's helping the people in your district. I mean, that's it. I mean, how's this helping the people in your district? It doesn't make any sense. So, the Republicans aren't afraid of AOC. They want her to run because they'll beat her. They'll beat her. And so the thing is just, let her run. You know, and they're at war with the far left. The far left has been mad since 2016 when they felt like Bernie Sanders got the shaft. And they've been angry. They have been angry ever since. And again, the Democrats blame black women and the far left. Talking about the centrists, they blame them. So, you know, it's...
The centrists never take accountability for their bullshit. Anyway.
Yeah, they're blaming the far left. And that's fine. You know, they're going to...
Kamala Harris took it a step further. She's literally blaming, evidently in her book, she's blaming Myron Gaines.
Yeah, I read her book.
And what's the other dude's name?
Andrew Tate. Yeah. Well, she blamed the overall manosphere, but she named those two guys. Yeah. And
the irony is, I don't like either one of them.
Yeah.
Myron Gaines.
Yeah,
Myron Gaines is clearly a plant.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't necessarily care for Andrew Tate. Now, all power to him, but I don't necessarily care for him.
Yeah, but if you met them, you could probably have a conversation and not get upset, be yelling and screaming and name calling. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference between what you could do versus what the Democrats and Trump could do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference, is that you're able to articulate. You can say to Andrew Tate, well, yeah, I agree with you on this, but maybe on this, I don't agree with you on that, but here's why. You see what I'm saying? That's what they have to do, and they're not going to do it. They don't know how. It's like asking a kid who's got nothing but Velcro shoes to tie shoes. He's like, how do I do that? I've never had to tie a shoe before. So they don't know how to do it. And it's a rage party. It's a party that is built on grievances. I do agree with that 100%. And when you have a group of people in a room that have nothing but grievances, you get a lot of anger and finger pointing. And that's where you're at. When you just step back, you take all the bullshit politics out of it. That's all it is. I mean, that's it's just they're mad. I understand. I agree 100% with what Anton Daniels has said. Looking at the policies that Black women were benefiting from, I understand why they vote Democratic now. They go, Sidian has said that as well. When you look at the policies that they were benefiting from, it makes sense. It was Black men who walked away in Blaxit, and you know who made fun of them? Tiffany Cross and Joyless Reed and Angela Rye with lettuce and tomatoes on the side.
Joyless Reed.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That woman should have been fired 5 years ago. That's one of the most irresponsible journalists I've ever seen on television.
Well, you said MSNBC just fired Jonathan Capehart and that other gay guy from the Weekend crew. I don't know if you all saw that or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They need to fire what's her name? Simone Ain't Your Mama Sandra.
I think they're next. Her and Michael Steele. I think they're on the chopping block next.
So to add on to what you both
hold on, Andre. And let me just say that to any Democrats that are listening. If you ever want Black men to come back to the Democrat Party, you need to tell Simone Sanders, Angela Rye with lettuce and tomato on the side, Tiffany Cross, Joy Reid, and people like that to sit down and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, well, I love what BGS said. I love what BGS said. It was very straight and to the point. He simply said, you're going to have to piss off Black women and LGBT. Then Black men will come back to the party. That was very straightforward. That's why I love listening to BGS. It's very straightforward. It's just like, no, that's what needs to happen. I will give them credit on that thing that they've talked about. That's what they were saying. Even Barack Sellers, who's an idiot, was saying you gotta put these men first. You're gonna have to. And the look on Tiffany Cross's face and Angela Rye's face, you can just look of resignation. Like, yes, this is gonna have to happen. So
believe it or not,
gotta be ready. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
This little clip right here, that's from that show.
Yeah.
When she said he had little dick energy, we saw her head pop up and I clipped it.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
That's good because she knew she fucked up. She knew Tiffany fucked up talking about little dick energy.
Yeah, well, she's dating a white guy, so she would know a lot about that, I'm sure.
Who's dating the white guy?
I think Tiffany Cross was dating a white guy, so she would know about little dick energy.
Makes sense.
So
that makes
like
sense.
What I wanted to add on was that like when I mentioned like Trump in the barbershop, because I mentioned this to AB. Like I'm not sure if you ended up covering that, like because Biden ended up going to a Black church and he got booed. Meanwhile, Trump went to a Black barbershop and they were willing to hear him out and like they actually agreed with him.
Yeah,
I missed that one. I missed Biden getting booed, but okay.
Well, he went to a Black church and he went to a Black church and he was trying to argue the whole immigrants can vote without needing to have ID because it's racist towards Black people. Yeah.
Hold on, fellas. What price did they raise now, Louis?
What's going on?
What prices did they raise now?
What was that?
Any prices been raised?
Man, food is going up everywhere. It's inflation, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I got paid today. I only got $100 left.
Oh, damn.
Hey, Louis, in terms of grocery store prices, I was like, I mentioned the BGS. Apparently, the price of lobster went down because China was like found a new supplier.
Well, guess what? Like here, people ain't buying lobsters right now. Food is up, gas is up.
Well, I ain't
People
buying it
trying to
either.
keep
I'm
a
just
roof over
saying.
their head. That's a luxury item. Lobster's a luxury item.
Yeah.
People are not even buying crab clusters on the first of the month no more. So
yeah, crab legs are too much work.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's not even that. It's a luxury item.
Yeah, it's true too. Is it all now?
Hey,
Even pork chops are considered luxury.
Yo, Craig. Hey, Craig.
Damn, pork chops are luxury. That's nasty work.
Pretty much down. God damn, they get up there.
Hey, Craig. I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow morning. Going to my Target, seeing if there's some Xboxes. I'm gonna copy off of you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did that the other day. I was just like, let me go up there and see what they're doing. So they may have some. I mean, like I said before, they may not have put them out. They may be in the back. But yeah.
The one I go to, I had put it in your chat. They sell Xbox 360s.
Yeah, that was pretty. I did see that. I'm like, oh, they still sell the 360. That's a great console. That's still
it
my
is a great
favorite
console. I can't dispute that.
Yeah, I played Mass Effect
Well-
on there. That's my favorite game thing.
Well, I mean, like I had told you, Craig, this is it. I'm gonna build my PC, and I'm gonna hit you up what I should. I've been asking people what I should buy to put my PC together, but 2025 and forward is the year of my backlog. I've been telling AB this for years. I mean, for a while.
Yeah.
If you're looking to build a PC, I'll hit you up on that.
Mm-hmm. I got a backlog too. I got over 120 games.
I still haven't finished Stellar Blade yet. Like I'm just playing everything else. That Assassin's Creed is that Assassin's Creed good as let's go see your turn.
Yeah. Hold on, Andre. I know you. Hold on for a minute. I'm going through Assassin's Creed 2 now. I'm going through the Ezio collection, all 3 games.
Oh, that's great. That's a great game.
The last Assassin's Creed I played was Odyssey.
That was great too.
I need to catch up.
Yeah, I need to finish Odyssey.
That was fun.
I'm still trying to find their mother.
Oh, okay. Well, I played as Cassandra, and that's like playing as de facto Wonder Woman. Only she can't do is leap, but everything else is like she's Wonder Woman. Super strong.
Yeah,
you can throw a hump on the men and the women. I humped the entire Greek coastline at one point. I was getting it with the women and the men. They was all getting
Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite games, but in terms of Xbox, like they need to focus more on like Gears of War, Halo, shit like that, because that's like what is Xbox is known for. Gears of War, Halo.
Well, Gears is
on. And Craig, shout out to you. Shout out to you, Craig. That 60 frames, no lag. I like that podcast.
Yeah. Is he Morgan or is it just me?
Who, me? Oh, I kind of had my voice away.
No. I meant Louis. Was he Morgan or was that me?
Oh,
that's you.
Oh, that's you.
I didn't hear any lag or Morgan or anything.
Yeah, they need another touchdown.
Louis, my bad. I cut you off, brother.
No.
I'm doing my emails, sales emails. No problem.
Yeah, Louis almost always at work. Maybe except for Tuesdays.
Yeah, Louis, if you're looking to build a PC, I'm not sure like what level you want to go, but yeah, liquid cooled, I would recommend that.
It's something that's going to be future proof that can hold me for at least 5 to 10 years. Because
liquid cooled.
I am not a graphics whore, so I don't care about that. Me, like is about the gaming experience, not the
Yeah,
graphics.
don't get me started on I have a term for it. I call it the 4K knuckleheads. I can't stand those motherfuckers. I hate those motherfuckers. They ruined everything. They ruined everything.
Yeah, I'm a 1440p guy. Give me that, and I
can't stand the 4K guys. Half you motherfuckers have never seen a 4K asset. But you talking about it needs to be 4K and 60 frames per second. Shut the ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
They get AB. They get resolution and graphics mixed up all the time. Like there's like a big difference. I'm like, well, I'd rather have 1440p
here's my
resolution
issue. Here's
and
my
4K
issue.
assets.
1080p is awesome, especially on a big screen.
Yeah.
You cannot tell the difference between 1080p and 4K unless you have a huge screen, like 100 inches or more.
Yeah.
You literally can't tell the difference.
Yeah. Are you still, hey Craig, you still playing Division 2?
No, I couldn't find nobody to play with, so I deleted it and started playing Helldivers with J-Dub and a few other people.
Well, Craig, you should link up with Artisan. Artisan MC still plays Division 2.
Okay. Well,
Artisan, between that and Marvel Rivals, those
he still plays Division 2.
Yeah, that game is hard to find people playing. It's like everybody just stopped playing all of a sudden.
Well,
like everybody stopped playing, I guess.
Go ahead.
My thing is time. My thing is time because I'm working so much now, and plus we into peak season. Like I was pissed off because I wanted to finish the new Monster Hunter, but I don't have time because I got a 13-year-old son that I got to constantly keep my foot up his ass, and a lazy ass for a son's mother is I'm trying not to.
Have you had that talk with him?
What do you mean?
The talk?
Oh, yeah, basically, but I'm gonna have to have another one with him. So
okay,
but his big thing is he's smart as hell, so he gets bored in class, so he becomes a class clown. Yeah. So I told him, regardless, you're going to the military. If you have bad grades, you're gonna go to the Marine Corps like me. If you do good, you're going to go to the Air Force or the Navy. Your choice.
Ooh.
So,
okay.
But, regardless, he's going to the military. I mean, when his mother said, he ain't going no military. And I said, bitch, shut the fuck up. You don't even know what the fuck is good for him. So.
Which reminds me, I got to download that. I got a copy of Charles's plan. I got to talk to him about it. The Great Faulkner Initiative. I got a copy on my Google Drive. I actually redid the document for him a couple years ago, so I got to talk to him about that. I think we need to bring that. I think we need to revise that and bring it back up.
Yeah, I agree. I like that thing he was putting.
Especially with
I tell young black men that. I tell black men that
I gotta do a live stream sometime this week or next week on that speech that Pete Hegseth did. Because I do want to cover that. I think that's very important for my viewers to see.
Well, I like the thing with the standard. I don't like the thing with the black men with the razor bumps because black men do have PFC. But at the end of the day, the standard is the standard, and you can't lower the standard to make people feel good.
Right.
I mean, I don't. It's like my brother. He's been a firefighter for 20 years, and he said that the women can pass the written test. He said when they have to carry the jaws of life and things like that. That's
we have to carry 100 plus pounds on you.
Yeah, and he said to go into the burn house, which is an actual house they set on fire. It's controlled burn, and they have a dummy in there that they have to quote unquote firemen carry out, and a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them fail the physical part. They end up going to be paramedics, which is fine. We need really good paramedics, especially in Kentucky. So, but yeah, he pretty much said that. He's like, yeah, it's not that they can't do it. It's just that if push comes to shove, and you got to get somebody that's burning out, a lot of them are having trouble. Not all, but a lot of them are having issues.
Yeah, I'm actually a military brat technically. My father was a Marine, and he used to tell me when he got up in the morning, he fought the Korean War. He was a silent generation. When they got up in the morning, they had 5 minutes to get dressed, and that's everything. Take a shower, shave, and within 5, you had to be there within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I totally agree with the standard. And here's the thing: with you want to know like why there's not a lot of black Navy SEALs or in general black people in special forces because of the swim qual.
Yeah, I heard another dude say that too.
No, because a lot of the brothers we come from the hood and is not in the culture. Like a lot of my southern folks that's from the South, like the Carolinas, where they used to swimming, but a lot of us up north, we didn't have the access to pools, and a lot of us have problems with the swim call. That's why a lot of us don't even, can't even go into special forces, and a
Damn.
lot of people's fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah, ironically, I could swim a little bit. I wasn't no expert, but yeah, my father put me in swimming classes.
Yeah, that's a hard job. The SEAL job is a hard job. So those operators are top tier. It's like Delta. Those operators are top tier.
Damn, Andre, what are you doing? You in a bad connection or something?
No, like I'm on a fucking Samsung right now, so I don't have the app, so I got to switch back and forth. It's annoying.
Hey, but AB, I got to jump off. It's 11. I'm going to lay down.
Yeah, it's 11 here too, and I'm about to shut it down. Gotta get up and do I gotta go get up and do a stream in the morning. I mean, not a stream, but a dialysis treatment in the morning.
All right, peace out.
All right. I'd like to thank everybody that came through. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. If you like what you saw here, hit the Cash App and support that show. Yo, this is AB Media 83. If you want to support the channel, hit the Cash App. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you can be notified next time I upload a live stream or video. And always remember, keep it grinding, keep it pushing, keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.